The end goal for you both should be to master the ability to have each part of your body think and move independently of all other parts. I admit this is exceedingly difficult. In fact, not even Lord Beerus has mastered this completely yet, and he's a god. But if you overcome the learning curve, you'll be able to avoid any danger, however severe.
You're saying your body reacts without you having to think?
That's exactly right.
On Beerus' planet, a fierce battle is about to take place. Whis spoke. Goku, you have progressed greatly since the last time we trained, but I see that you still seek to challenge me in combat. Goku replied, that's right, Whis. I want to see how far I can go. You are the most powerful opponent I know, but it seems that you always hold back with me. Why don't we fight seriously this time? Whis laughed softly, his expression as carefree as ever. Whis spoke. Ah, Goku, it seems that you have forgotten how the rules governing angels work. We must never fight with real intentions or stray from our role as guides. My father, the great priest, would be extremely displeased if I broke those rules. Goku tilted his head in confusion and said, but you have trained with me many times. What is the difference? Whis replied, training and fighting seriously are very different things. During training, I will only guide your movements and test your skills. But a serious fight, that would require me to go against the laws imposed on angels. The punishment would be severe, Goku. For a moment, Goku was silent, reflecting on Whis' words. But soon a smile spread across his face. Goku said, so that's it, you're afraid of your father, huh? Whis raised an eyebrow, surprised by the Saiyan's audacity. Whis replied, afraid? I wouldn't say that. But respect is essential, especially when it comes to the Daishinkan. However, Goku immediately noticed the change in Whis' tone of voice. Curiosity shone in his eyes. Goku asked, however what? Whis said, there is a way around these rules, but not without consequences. If I deactivate my Ultra Instinct and temporarily disconnect myself from the divine energy that keeps me as an angel, I could fight you without breaking the imposed rules. However, that's something I've never done before. Goku's eyes widened with excitement. Goku said, seriously, does that mean we can fight on equal terms? Let's do it, Whis, please. Whis sighed, looking at Goku like a patient teacher facing an enthusiastic student. Whis said, you have an infectious energy, Goku. Very well, we will do this. But know that by deactivating my Ultra Instinct, I will lose some of the abilities you know. Do not underestimate my strength, even so. Goku smiled broadly, assuming a combat pose. Goku said, come on, Whis, I'm ready! Whis closed his eyes for a moment, breathing deeply. A celestial aura shone around him but slowly began to disappear. His hair, previously a silver and white tone, slowly acquired a black color. The lightness in his expression changed, giving way to a more serious and determined look. For the first time, Whis seemed truly human. Whis said, there, Goku, this is my form without Ultra Instinct. Let's see if your determination is as strong as your words. Goku said, wow, Whis, your hair has changed color, but I feel like you are still powerful. It seems like nothing has changed, but let's test it in practice. Without hesitation, Goku charged forward at high speed, throwing a punch towards Whis. To his surprise, the deflected angel responded with a firm block and a quick counterattack, forcing Goku to retreat. Goku said, wow, you're still amazing, even without Ultra Instinct. This is going to be fun, Whis replied. Of course, Goku, my training as an angel doesn't rely solely on Ultra Instinct. Now show me what you've learned. The battle continued, with quick and precise blows from both sides. Goku alternated between Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct, trying to test Whis' limits in this new form. Although Whis no longer possessed the supernatural precision of Ultra Instinct, his technique and experience still made him a nearly invincible opponent. Goku said, you're not rusty in this form at all, huh? But I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. Whis replied, great, Goku, I want to see every single one of them. Focusing his energy, Goku unleashed a Kamehameha with all his might. Whis, however, dodged it gracefully, reappearing behind Goku and striking him with a kick that threw him away. Whis said, remember, Goku, your strength is impressive, but it's not everything. Strategy is essential. Goku, rising from the impact, wiped the sweat from his forehead and smiled again. Goku said, you're right, then I'll stop holding back. He concentrated, his aura growing and intensifying. It was clear that Goku was approaching his limit. Whis watched closely, impressed by his student's progress. Whis said, that's how I like to see it. Show me your true strength, Goku. The fight rose to another level, with both exchanging blows that made the ground tremble and the sky open with the pressure of the energy. Despite the lack of Ultra Instinct, Whis demonstrated impressive skill and resistance. Every move was precise and his combat reading was still impeccable. Finally, after one last explosive clash, both retreated, panting. Goku fell to his knees exhausted, while Whis remained standing, although he also showed signs of fatigue. Goku said, "Whis, you are incredible. Even without Ultra Instinct, I could not defeat you." Whis replied, "You have an impressive spirit, Goku. Your determination and your power never stop growing. I am impressed with how much you were able to push me in this fight. But remember, there is always something new to learn." With a smooth movement, Whis reactivated his divine aura. His hair returned to its silver hue, and the usual lightness returned to his expression. Whis said, "Now let's end it here. It was a good test, but I can do something very special for you. I will transfer a fraction of my Ultra Instinct power to you. That way, you will experience a bit of the true essence of this technique, but that is not all." Goku said, "What? You can really do this?" Whis calmly raised his staff, which shone with an intense light and began to glow. Whis said, "By sharing this power with you, I will also be releasing my own restrictions. I will deactivate my Ultra Instinct again. That way we can fight without the limitations of an angel." Goku said, "Amazing! Then I will use your power. This is my chance to win. It's all I wanted." Whis smiled, swinging his staff lightly. A silver sphere formed at the tip, pure condensed Ultra Instinct energy, and it went towards Goku. Whis said, "This process is unique, Goku. Prepare yourself. For the power I am about to bestow upon you is something no mortal has ever experienced." Goku took a deep breath, trying to control his excitement, and took a step forward. The energy sphere flowed from Whis into Goku's body, who was immediately enveloped in a silver aura. He felt his mind and body align in a way he had never felt before. Goku spoke, I can feel it. It's as if my body is moving on its own, as if in perfect harmony with the universe." Whis watched Goku's reaction with a satisfied smile. Whis replied, "That is the essence of true Ultra Instinct. But remember, this is only a fraction of what it can truly achieve. Now, it's time for me to do my part." Whis closed his eyes for a moment, and the silver aura around him gradually began to fade. His hair, once snow white, darkened to a deep black. When he opened his eyes again, they no longer glowed with the divine serenity of Ultra Instinct. He looked deadly. Whis spoke, "There. Now, I'm just a fighter, freed from the constraints of my angel status. Shall we begin?" Goku took his stance, his silver energy pulsing around him like living flames. He grinned widely, his excitement brimming over. Goku spoke, "I never thought I'd get a chance like this. Come on, Whis, I want to see what you can really do." Whis raised his hand, calling Goku to attack. Whis said, "Very well, Goku, show me how much you've evolved. But don't forget, without Ultra Instinct, my approach will be very different. This will be a fight you'll never forget." Goku charged forward with speed, the floor of the room shaking with the impact of his steps. He threw a punch with all his strength, but Whis blocked it easily, his face calm but focused. Goku said, "Even without Ultra Instinct, you're still incredible." Whis replied, "And you haven't seen anything yet." The two began to exchange blows with increasing intensity. Beerus' planet began to vibrate with each impact as Goku and Whis tested each other's limits. Whis, now fighting like a mortal, used a more aggressive and direct style, something Goku had never faced before. Goku said, "I can feel the difference. You're fiercer." Whis replied, "Without Ultra Instinct, I rely solely on my natural instinct and technique. But don't underestimate me, Goku. I'm still an angel, even without my godly abilities." Goku stepped back for a moment, adjusting his stance. Goku said, "This fight is going to be incredible. I'm going to give it my all, Whis." Whis said, "That's what I expect from you, Goku. Now go all out." And so, the two continued to exchange blows in a battle like no other. A confrontation where Angel and Saiyan tested their limits on equal terms, without rules, without barriers. The no-holds-barred battle on Beerus' planet vibrated intensely as Goku and Whis exchanged fierce blows. Goku's silver aura shone like a beacon, while Whis, now black-haired, looked more deadly than ever but still emanated an intimidating presence. Goku said, "Wow, Whis, you're amazing even without Ultra Instinct. It's like fighting a completely different warrior." Whis replied, "And you're making good use of the power I shared with you, Goku, but you're still not using Ultra Instinct's full potential. It needs to be faster, more fluid." Goku advanced, his movements almost instantaneous, but Whis dodged with impressive simplicity. He counterattacked with a spinning kick that almost hit Goku, but the Saiyan managed to dodge it at the last moment, rolling back. Goku said, "I can feel it! It's like my body wants to react on its own, but my mind is still trying to control everything." Whis spoke, "Exactly! Your mind is your greatest ally, but also your greatest weakness in Ultra Instinct. Free yourself from it. Let your body flow with the universe." Goku took a deep breath, closing his eyes for a brief moment. When he opened them, his eyes shone with determination. He advanced again, this time with more natural, more unpredictable movements. Whis was surprised by the sudden change. He blocked a punch coming from the right, dodged a high kick, and tried to counterattack with an elbow, but Goku anticipated the movement and spun in the air, delivering a kick straight to Whis' chest. Whis spoke, "Impressive. You're starting to understand." Goku said, "There's still more." Without giving Whis time to recover, Goku fired a series of rapid punches, forcing Whis to retreat. But despite the pressure, Whis seemed calm, dodging and blocking with precision. Whis said, "It's getting interesting. But now, it's my turn." Whis dashed forward with a burst of speed, disappearing and reappearing behind Goku. He delivered a sharp blow to the Saiyan's stomach, knocking him away. Goku recovered in the air, landing with difficulty but with a smile. Goku said, "That was amazing, but I'm not done yet." He increased his energy, the silver aura around him intensifying. The ground of Beerus' planet cracked beneath his feet as he concentrated the full power of Ultra Instinct. Goku said, "Now I'm going to show you what I'm capable of." Goku advanced once again, but this time his movements were even faster and more unpredictable. Whis was forced to seriously defend himself, his expression now more focused. The two exchanged blows so fast they were almost invisible, each impact echoing like thunder across the immensity of Beerus' planet. Finally, Goku saw an opening. He dodged a blow from Whis, turned in the air, and threw a punch straight at the angel's face. The impact was so strong that it made Whis take a few steps back, and a drop of blood ran from his cheek. Goku said, "I did it! I hit you!" Whis touched his cheek where the blood was running, his expression momentarily surprised. But then he smiled satisfied. Whis spoke, "Very well, Goku. You managed to do something few would even dream of, but don't think that means you won." Whis straightened up and wiped away the blood with a finger, his aura beginning to change. Although he still lacked Ultra Instinct, something in his stance indicated that he was about to take the fight to another level. Whis said, "Now, let's see if you can keep up this pace." He disappeared again, appearing next to Goku with a kick that the Saiyan barely managed to block. The force of the blow pushed him back, but Goku managed to balance himself in the air and counterattacked with an energy shot. The attack was quick, but Whis easily dodged it, appearing above Goku and hitting him with a downward blow that knocked him back to the ground. The impact created a deep crater on Beerus' planet, but Goku quickly stood up, still smiling. Goku said, "You're going hard now, huh? That's what I like." Whis replied, "After all, isn't that what you asked for? Let's continue." The battle resumed, even more intense than before. Goku was beginning to understand the flow of Ultra Instinct, moving more naturally and confidently. He traded blows with Whis as equals, each testing the other's limits. Whis spoke, "You're really improving, Goku. I'm impressed with how much you've evolved in such a short amount of time." Goku said, "This is just the beginning. I'll keep improving until I surpass you, Whis." Whis replied, "That's the attitude I expect from you. But there's still a long way to go." The two charged forward again, their auras clashing with a force that seemed to bend reality around them. The battle was far from over, and they both knew that the best was yet to come. The air was thick with the scattered energy of the attacks exchanged between Goku and Whis. The two warriors continued to fight with impressive intensity, their blows generating shockwaves that echoed throughout. Goku charged forward again, his body moving with instinctive precision. Whis blocked the punch, but was surprised by a quick kick to the side that made him take a few steps back. Goku spoke, "I'm getting there, Whis. I think I'm finally starting to understand how to use Ultra Instinct." Whis smiled, despite the slight exhaustion that was beginning to appear on his expression. Whis replied, "I admit I'm impressed, Goku. You adapted very quickly to the power I shared, but there's still room for improvement." Before they could continue, a presence appeared. A destructive aura, full of power and authority, made the two stop in their tracks. When they looked up at the sky, they saw Beerus, the god of destruction, slowly descending with his arms crossed and an expression of boredom and irritation mixed together. Beerus spoke, "What are you two doing? It looks like you're trying to destroy my planet. Do you know how hard it is to restore this place?" Goku took a step back, his silver aura diminishing as he scratched his head, smiling nervously. Goku said, Ah, Beerus! I was training with Whis, and things got a little intense. Whis spoke. Intense indeed. Goku is doing very well with the Ultra Instinct power I shared. I decided to fight without the restrictions of an angel to provide a more serious workout. Beerus narrowed his eyes, crossing his arms as he looked at Whis. Beerus spoke, without the restrictions of an angel, huh? And with black hair? Interesting. But that doesn't change the fact that you guys are going overboard. And from what I'm seeing, Goku managed to draw blood from you, Whis. Whis touched his cheek, where the small cut was still visible, and smiled slightly. Whis replied, yes he did, an impressive feat considering the circumstances. Beerus looked at Goku, his gaze appraising. Beerus spoke, that's something I didn't expect to see so soon. Not only are you using Ultra Instinct, Goku, but you were able to hit Whis so significantly. That deserves recognition. Goku blinked, surprised. Goku spoke, recognition? What do you mean by that, Beerus? Beerus lowered himself completely to the ground, slowly walking towards the two. He stopped between them and pointed at Whis. Beerus spoke. As powerful as Whis is, he let his guard down for a moment, and you took that chance. No matter how brief it was, Goku, you have achieved something no mortal before you has ever achieved. Therefore, I declare you as the victor of this battle. Goku's eyes widened, surprised by the statement. Goku spoke, winner! But Whis was still outclassing me for most of the fight. I didn't even come close to defeating him. Beerus replied, that doesn't matter. A god of destruction knows an extraordinary feat when he sees it. Drawing blood from an angel is something few could even dream of doing, even if Whis wasn't in his full form. Whis watched Beerus for a moment, his calm smile remaining. Whis spoke, well, if Lord Beerus has decided, who am I to argue? Congratulations, Goku! You were indeed formidable! Goku rubbed the back of his neck, clearly not knowing how to react. Goku spoke, I don't know what to say, thank you, Beerus. But Whis, this fight showed me how much I still have to improve. Even with Ultra Instinct, I feel like I'm nowhere near my limit. Whis replied, that's true, Goku, but evolution doesn't happen all at once. You've taken a big step today, but there's still a long way to go. Keep training and perfecting your skills, and one day you might be able to completely master Ultra Instinct. Beerus, impatient as ever, yawned and stretched his arms. Beerus said, all right, are we done here? I'm getting hungry. Whis, when we're done, prepare something to eat. And none of these simple dishes. I want something worthy of a god of destruction. And you, Goku, keep training. And next time, I'll be the one to fight you. I want to see if you can do the same to me. But don't expect me to go easy on you like Whis did. Goku smiled, clenching his fists excitedly. Goku said, leave it, Beerus. Next time, I'll be even stronger. With that, Whis swung his staff, rebuilding everything Whis had destroyed in his battle against Goku. Whis spoke, thanks for the fight, Goku. It was an invigorating experience. Goku spoke, that was amazing, but I still have a lot to learn. If I want to truly face Whis or even Beerus, I need to take my training to another level. He closed his eyes, focusing on the feeling of Ultra Instinct still pulsing inside him. I knew that this fight was just the beginning of something much bigger. And so, Goku continued his training, determined to become the strongest warrior in the universe. Guys, that's how we end today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Did you enjoy seeing Whis deactivating his Ultra Instinct to fight Goku? Comment and bye.